guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Kat Von D Lock It Foundation. It has a few claims that I'd like to read to you guys. It's full coverage, 24-hour wear, transfer resistant, matte finish, fragrance free, and oil free. Now, I'll say a few things about the claims. I agree with the 24-hour wear. I do get pretty shiny, usually in my T-zone pretty quick, but it's really easy to touch up with blotting paper or just another powder or even a finishing powder. For the full coverage, I do believe you can still see some of my scarring, but the bronzer does kind of bring that out a little bit in my skin. It's really buildable. Once you use a little bit, you can continue to build it, so you can make it as full coverage as you want, but you have to remember it's super thick, so that's going to make it, it doesn't look super cakey, but it feels really cakey on your face, especially around summer. So it's more of a, I'd say, a winter foundation just because of how thick it really is. Now, transfer resistant, I don't believe. Like if I touch my face to this shirt right now, you'd be able to see it. And anytime I use blotting paper or anything, it comes off, not completely. It doesn't take all the coverage away or anything, but it is not transfer resistant, that's for sure. It is matte finish. I am super oily, so it doesn't take me long to get oily. Now, usually when I put on a foundation, it doesn't set right away because of my skin being so oily. This one does set, but it really doesn't take me long before I get oily again. So I usually just put it on and then I'll put a powder on after I've gotten oily. Otherwise it just gets too cakey when I'm caking on powder all day. It does have a little bit of a smell. It's kind of a foundation smell. If you've ever smelled a MAC foundation, it's a little bit like that. It's not a bad smell, but it's definitely not fragrance. 1.0 fluid ounces, so that's pretty typical for a liquid foundation. So I'm going to put it on and show you guys how I do it, and I'll get back with you. So I've already washed and moisturized my face. Now I'm going to be using my primer. It's the POREfessional Agent Zero Shine, so it's to help with shine. It's by Benefit, and it is a powder primer. I'm just going to use a few little shakes. It really does help with shine, especially when you first put it on. Sometimes in the summer, you can use just this. It doesn't have really any coverage, but it really does help with shine. You can use it as a touch-up too after you've had your makeup on. Really focus it around my nose and my T-zone, just because that's where I get really shiny. After that, I'm going to use my Benefit Boing Industrial Strength Concealer. I do like this concealer. Right now I have it too dark of a shade. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. I'm going to focus it under my eyes because I have some dark circles. I kind of want to bring it down on my face a little bit as well, just so you can't tell when I put on my foundation where my concealer starts and where my foundation starts. Put some around my nose, get some redness. On the top of my nose, as well on some blemishes, and some of my scarring here on the side. I don't want to go too crazy either because of the foundation I'm going to be using. Next, I will be using my foundation. I'm doing the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation in shade Light. So you don't want to start out with too much. Like, I wouldn't even say that's a pea-sized amount. That's not much at all. I'll be using my damp beauty blender and just start working that onto my skin. Just have to be careful not to use too much, because then it won't be setting and it'll feel like it's shiny right away. And it's definitely one that does set super fast because of its matteness. So you have to be careful not to put some on and then go away from it. You have to continue, you have to have the patience to really work it into your skin. Otherwise you'll have little dots all over your face. You can tell where your foundation's at. Make sure you blend it down on your neck. Even though the shade matches, it might not match your face perfectly. It might be closer to your neck. So when you don't shade it, you can get a line. I'm going to take a little bit more, help cover up some of my scarring, not very much more. Do a little bit at a time. It's very easy to use way too much and it just gets super cakey because of how thick it is. Alright, now that I've got my desired coverage, I am going to finish the rest of my makeup. I'll be right back. Hi guys, so I just finished doing the rest of my makeup. I did not add a finishing powder or a powder because it's a mattifying foundation. I did not want to add anything else to mattify. I wanted you guys to be able to see what it does without anything else on it. I did add bronzer, but that's not all over my face, so that shouldn't make much of a difference when looking at my T-zone, which is where I get the shiniest. So I'll be back in a bit. So those are my few little bits on the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. If you like this video, like it, thumbs up, and subscribe. I put out new videos every Thursday. Thanks for watching.